Bonjour à tous, bienvenue sur meticulous 12. Alors comme vous pouvez le voir, j'ai le sourire aux lèvres, mais en fait je suis dans une voiture d'exception. Je suis dans une coccinelle de 1954 qui est plutôt très rare. On va vous montrer comment la bichonner avec des huiles motul classiques. On remercie son propriétaire Cyril Gossin qui nous laisse l'utiliser, c'est vraiment super sympa. On s'accroche, on suit bien toutes les étapes du tuto, c'est parti.
In order to carry out the oil change, you will need to buy a can of Mocho Classic 20W50 oil. You can find the recommended parts and products in the video description as well as in the link to know the type of oil and the amount needed. Turn your engine off, pull up the handbrake, and open the bonnet to gain access to the motor. Start your vehicle for 5 minutes so that the oil is slightly warm. Open the oil filler cap. This will facilitate the flow of oil when draining. In order to drain your vehicle, it is necessary to lift the rear part of it in order to access a drain plug. Lift the back of your vehicle and place it on 2-axle stands. We do strongly suggest watching our tutorial, safely lifting your vehicle, before carrying out this step. You can now see the drain plug. Unlock the drain plug using a ratchet, extension and 21-gauge socket on the first few turns, and finish by hand. Be careful on the last few turns of the screw. The oil can squirt out suddenly. You will have to anticipate, making sure you have an oil recovery can at your disposal. Let the oil run out for about 10 minutes. On this vehicle, when you change the oil, we recommend you also change the oil filter screen. But you can definitely keep the old one if you clean it with some brake cleaner. Using a ratchet and a 10mm socket, unscrew the 6 cap nuts that hold the drain plate. Then remove them. You can now remove the drain plate. You can use a flat screwdriver to remove it. Remove the paper seal between the drain plate and the strainer. Remove the strainer. Remove the paper seal between the strainer and the engine block. Clean the sealing surface with a paper towel. Take the new strainer and paper seals. Install the first seal on the contact surface between the motor and strainer. Then put it back on. Then put the second seal in place. Provide yourself with the 6 cap nuts and the copper seals. Take the drain plate and unscrew the drain plug. Install the new drain plate, then the copper seals, and cap nuts initially by hand. Finalize the tightening of the nuts, staggered with a torque spanner. Replace the drain plug seal with a new one, then screw the drain plug back in. Start by hand. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. It is necessary at this point to pour oil back into the motor. This step must be done with care and precision. First of all, put your car on the ground because the oil level check must be done with the vehicle flat. We advise you to use Mocho Classic 20W50, a multigrade mineral motor oil specially developed for classic car engines built between 1950 and 1970. Begin by putting 90% of the suggested amount. This will leave you a large enough margin to adjust the level of oil appropriately. You can find in the tutorial's description the exact quantity of oil recommended for your car. Close the oil-filled plug, start the engine and let the car run for 30 seconds. It will fill the strainer. Remove the oil gauge and wipe it down. Plunge it back into its sheath, remove it again, and check the oil level. The optimal level is near the maximum, but be careful to never go over it. Based on the level indicated on the gauge, readjust to obtain the optimum amount. Operation completed. Enjoy the ride.